That's all we have, but it's a good opportunity to shop for things for your wardrobe and save a lot of money while you do. So let's get started. And I want to start with what we have for you from Denim & Company Beach. You know that Beach is an extension of the Denim & Company line, and Denim & Company Beach pants have just been a runaway hit from the very beginning. This is another linen blend, and we love the linen blends as the weather warms for just the reason I mentioned a moment ago. Combining linen with other fibers does give you the texture that we love. In this case, even more so, because when you look close up, it's like a slub knit. But this is 53% cotton, it is 40% rayon, and then it's 7% linen slub. Let me show you colors. I have 3 of them here with me, and then we have, I think, is that all we have? Yeah, we only have 3 colors. So I have 3 of them here with me, and I'm going to show you all of them. So I'll start with this one. This is dark sandalwood. I would describe this color as sort of a soft caramel color or a deep honey. It's a really nice earthy neutral that doesn't feel too dark or isn't as light as a khaki or tan. So this is a nice one, and you can really see the slub textural element there. Then we have it for you in dark chambray. Love this as a denim alternative. As you see that close-up of the slub knit, I want you to know there's nothing that's scratchy or uncomfortable. It's super soft. This is cotton rich, and you know rayon is a fiber that gives you a silk-like feel. So that's the chambray, and I love that as sort of an alternative to denim. Now, have a little fun with prints. This is what we're calling abstract neutral. It is the most limited. I don't know, this is kind of giving me groovy vibes, right? Doesn't this sort of give a little throwback? Could be 60s, could be 70s. Put a little bandana on, you know, some big sunglasses. Yeah, I love the look. But it's fun. It's fun to add a print on the bottom. It can also be very flattering. And if you're thinking, oh, I don't know what to do, Leah, with print on the bottom, you can pull any of these colors. Do you have a white t-shirt? Probably do. You pull that, and there it picks up the white. There is almost a denim blue, that chambray blue. If you have a denim shirt, how fun would that be? Here's that soft sort of honey color, and then the darker tan. So all of these play really nicely back to those solid colors if you want to do those on top, and it does make it very easy. Now, let me talk a little bit about this silhouette, because here is what I love. I love when dressing is stylish but easy. These are a pull-on pant. You've got a nice wide elasticized waistband, and you'll notice that the band is stitched down. For anyone who has ever had an elastic waistband sort of curl and roll within the tunnel, or you've even had to go fish it out, right? Remember that old trick where you took a safety pin and had to thread it through to get it back? This is all stitched down in a nice wide, I would say it's about a 2-inch width. That's going to be super comfortable. It's also going to mean that it's nice and smooth on your waist. And then there are pockets to these pants. So you can see that they're side seam pockets, so nothing adding extra bulk. And then we're describing this as a wide leg silhouette. Now, wide leg silhouette, you may consider it a full leg silhouette, but that is very much fashionable and on trend right now as well. So if you are looking for that easy, drapey, comfortable, maybe it's an alternative to the jogger that you like to wear or the French terry pants that you like to wear, and you want to feel like I'm dressed for the season, you know, maybe you're meeting friends for coffee or lunch, take a look. As you see it there, you can see that chambray, and that's what I'm talking about, that wide leg that's not so full that it's hard to wear, and you can almost feel with your eyes the softness of this linen blend fabrication, because it's cotton first and foremost, 55%, and then you add 40% rayon, which, remember, that's a fiber that mimics silk, and then you add the linen slub, about 7% of that. That's where you get that textural element that we love for linen for the season. So when you consider what pants are you wearing as April continues and May will be here before you know it, and then June and July, you want something that is crop length. And by the way, crop length here is going to be 25 inches in the regular. It's going to be 23 inches in the petite. And this is how I think a lot of people sometimes sort of struggle with what's my off-duty look going to be? If it's not jeans and a t-shirt, or if it's not a jogger set, can I do something that still looks polished and put together and fashionable and have it be just as comfortable as those jogger pants or those sweatpants might be? This is that kind of pant, and you can do so much because of this silhouette. So let me remind you what your color choices are, and I also want to point out that clearance price that you see on the screen, it is $17 off of the regular QVC price. So the savings are terrific. Understand, however, it also means no more orders for this pant coming. Once a color and size sells out, it's gone. So this color, which is that earthy neutral, darker than a khaki, but lighter than a brown, it is truly sort of, think caramel. That's the color. We're calling it sandalwood, and that's a choice for you if you like a solid. This is dark chambray. Think about this. Anytime you would maybe want to wear denim, but you're thinking, oh, denim is a little heavy for me when the weather gets warmer, or it's a little structured. This is such an easy, relaxed pant style. So that's chambray. It's just that classic mid-tone blue. And then this is just fun. I was saying, I'm getting groovy vibes from this print. We're calling it abstract neutral, but in the print, you've got this wonderful abstract design that has white and chambray. It has a little bit of that sandalwood brown. There's a kind of deep khaki in there. There's even a teal blue as well as a turquoise blue. So the colors feel very spring into summer. The style could not be easier. And again, because it is that linen blend with cotton, rayon, and then the slub linen, you get the texture, you get the breathability, you get the softness, and all you do is pull on those pants and go. So a 685910, that's the item number you're going to refer to. And by the way, don't forget, petite or regular, it's a 25-inch crop in the petite, it's a 23-inch crop in the regular for you. So that's Denim & Company Beach. That's how we're starting this show. All right, still to come.